love baseball.
Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Peak presents Wasatch Wasps Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. This broadcast is powered by Guild Mortgage, Dairy King, CarQuest Auto Parts, Physical at the Fit Stop, Wasatch Back Flooring, Napa Wasatch Auto Parts, Heber City Point S, Dorius Dental, and Bank of Utah.
Baseball.
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base.
Who?
The guy playing
Who
first.
is on first?
I'm asking you.
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of Wasatch Wasp Baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
Good afternoon and welcome to the ballpark. Tyler Barrett here with Tyler Moss for Game 4 of the Pineview Tournament, where Wasatch will wrap up Week 1. Currently sitting at 2-1, lost to the host school Pineview on day 1, then bounced back and got 2 big wins, one over South Sevier 12-2 and then another 10-3 this morning over Mater Academy from Las Vegas. Now they'll wrap up their Game 4 with Richfield High School from here in town. On the mound for Richfield will be the senior Garrett Wayman. You're listening to the Dairy King pregame show. Since 1946, their family has been serving your family at the Dairy King. Ty, throw it over to you for Wasatch's batting lineup.
Yeah, Ty, you're going to see a pretty similar lineup. Jack Salmon's going to lead off here for the Wasps, Tyler. He's got a deceptive batting average right now, about 182, but he's been on the barrel all season long, Tyler. Just a lot of line drives that have been caught. But he's really swung the bat well to start the season, so that average is going to deceive you a little bit. Austin Brown will be batting in the 2-hole, only 3 games in the season. So these numbers I'm giving you, Tyler, a little bit skewed here. Brown hitting just over 200 on the season. Royal Matthews is going to be hitting in the 3-hole playing first base, Tyler. He's hitting over 500, on the season here. Braxton Fowler leading the team in batting average at over 600. It's hitting in the 4-hole. Crew Baxter, the DH, is going to hit in the 5-hole. Crew also over 400 on the season in the early going of the year, Tyler. Eddie Bluth hitting in the 6th spot. Hurry this along as we're underway with first pitch. Sam Pinter in the 7th spot. Otis Sweat in the 8th spot. And Max Livingston in the 9-hole, hitting 444 in the 9-hole, Ty.
Salmon is into the box. 1-1 the count after taking ball 1, strike 1. As I mentioned, Ty Salmon been on the barrel, just hasn't found a lot of grass yet. Only 182, but did have the base clearing triple in the last game against Mater. He's going to swing at this 1-1 pitch, fouls it off, moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Batting lineup today brought to you by Mountain Refined. They aim to share knowledge and expertise to help you transform your home into a warm and inviting home at Mountain Refined.
Ty, doing our best to look for the lineup for Richfield as well. Don't have a number 41 that we have on the roster that we've been given, and that's their catcher over here. So going to try to do our best to kind of scan through and see who all these guys are in the lineup, but seeing a lot of numbers that I don't have on their roster out here in left field as well. Name we're still searching for, number 7 of Richfield.
A little pause in the action because we don't have baseballs, type. If you lost, kind of a surpriser to the Vegas team that Wasatch dominated earlier today, and team scattered and don't have any baseballs so far. We're able to get that foul ball back, and we're back at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count here to the leadoff guy here in the top of the first, Wasatch, the designated visiting team once again. And that one's on the outside corner, strike 3, looking pretty good fastball here from Wayman. Ty, what are you seeing early on from the pitcher from Richfield?
Well, Ty, this might be the best pitcher that they see all weekend down here. And that Pineview kid was good. He struck out 11 guys against Wasatch. But Wayman is an athlete over here on the mound, Tyler. So you're going to see kind of a low, maybe to mid-80s type fastball. But he'll be able to mix it up with multiple pitches. So Wasatch is going to need to look to jump on that fastball when they get an opportunity.
He's going to bring up Austin Brown on the left-hand side. First pitch is going to be an off-speed pitch that's low for ball 1, a little off-speed pitch. Richfield comes in 0-2, Ty, on the season. Lost 11-0 to Bear River on Thursday, and then also lost to Mater Academy yesterday. Trying to look for their first win. They'll play Wasatch and then Pineview afterwards. Fastball's in there. Foul ball, 1-1. Now the count. Behind the dish, Ty did find a full roster. That is going to be Torgerson.
Already out of baseballs here. Ty, if we're only going to play with 1 baseball all day long,
it's going
to be a long day. We can track down a few more baseballs. Waiting again.
Especially with the 2-hour time limit. It's been a pretty good pace to most of the games this weekend. Ty got through all 7 innings against Pineview. Wasatch got the 6th inning 10-run rule yesterday against South Sevier and then played all 7 innings this morning against Mater Academy. The 1-1 Goes upstairs, swing and a miss, 4 strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Kind of a slow windup to the quick delivery. Moves the count to 2-2. That one misses high and outside for ball 2. Wasatch still wearing the gray pins. The 2-2 goes to the off speed. Tries to get the outside corner. Misses the outside corner, and it'll move the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wayman into the windup, delivers the payoff, and that one's going to miss inside. Wasatch will earn their first base runner of the day, and it'll be a base on balls, and Brown will trot down to first base and bring up Royal Matthews, who's having a great start to the season. .556 batting average, .636 on base percentage, 1 RBI, and 2 runs scored. Switch hitter will hit on the left-hand side against the righty Wayman. On deck will be Braxton Fowler. Pretty good lead from Brown over at first base. That pitch is going to be below the knees for ball 1.
Ty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Royal comes from pretty good baseball stock. His dad has done a lot of coaching, but I think he played semi-professionally as well, if memory serves me right. But this kid comes from good genetics either way as far as baseball swing and just his exposure to the game. He's been around it his whole life. You don't see a lot of switch hitters anymore. But this is the type of kid you will see as a switch hitter. He just has been around baseball his entire life.
Foul ball on the second pitch. Moves the count to 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. See if Wasatch goes in motion here. No motion, and that one's above the belt for ball 2. Ty just a good pure swing. Really quiet in the box. Sees the ball all the way to the glove. Just does a lot of the right things. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wayman shrugs, delivers on the slide step, swung on. It's going to be a base knock through the 3-4 hole. Brown's going to try to go from first to third. The throw from the right fielder is not going to be in time. Royal will stay at first base, but first to third on the single. And Royal Matthews continues his hot start with yet another hit.
Yeah, hot start is a good way to phrase that, Tyler. We didn't get a chance to go over it as much here in the pregame show because we just got going pretty quickly here, but he's flirting with a .600 batting average already in the early part of the season. And want to jump in and get those numbers here when we have a stop in action, Tyler, and we can go over the averages just a little more as a team. Braxton Fowler leading the way as far as batting averages go at .625. Royal Matthews, .556 before that at bat. That one's obviously going to jump him up. Tyler actually puts him dead even at .600 after that base knock.
Fowler will swing at the first pitch. It's going to be a lazy fly ball to the shortstop. He went with the off-speed pitch. Kind of fooled Fowler a little bit, not able to get it deep enough. 2 outs now with runners on the corners, and that'll bring up number 8, Crew Baxter. Baxter, .375 on the season, a .500 on-base percentage, has scored 3 times for Wasatch. Hitting in the DH spot again for Wasatch. And then on deck will be Eddie Bluth.
Yeah, big spot here. See if Crew can come through with a knock, Ty.
Again, you're listening to Wasatch High School Baseball here on 92.9 The Peak. Game 4 of the 4-game tournament down at Pineview High School. Royal's going to go an easy jump. That one's going to be inside for ball 1. Huge jump for Royal's going to move both players into scoring position.
Good that Crew took that pitch there, Tyler. That would have been a jump that's death penalty punishable if you swing at that one and don't let Royal take that bag. He was about halfway there before that pitch was even started in the windup.
The 1-0, another off-speed pitch, gets away from the catcher, not far enough. Brown will stay at third. And a 2-0 count now here to Baxter. Turned into a beautiful day, no wind. The 2-0, and that one gets by him right at the knees. Pretty good spot there from Wayman. Moves down to 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ty got a little sideline reporting going on. Got to give credit to Tate Shaw, who's listening in. Just gave us a nice little update. We were talking about Royal.
The 2-1, that one's going to get down. It's a base knock with 2 outs for Crew Baxter. He's rounding first. He's heading for a double. And how about that? A little 2-out double for Crew Baxter, and Wasatch has the 2-0 lead.
Oh, yeah, that's a good piece of hitting, Tyler. Just a little opposite side. Nice, simple swing. And gets Wasatch going early on, 2-0. Finish that thought, though, about Royal. Ty. His dad did play semi-professionally AA ball, I believe, with the Royals, is what we're being told, which is why Royal is named Royal. In the family there a little bit with that name.
Run Stay brought to you by Stone Insurance. You work hard for your money. Your insurance company should work hard for you. At Stone Insurance, we provide the coverage you need at the rate you deserve. Stone Insurance, solid as a rock. Call Stone Insurance today and start saving. Eddie Bluth comes up to the plate. 444 on the season, 500 on base percentage, 2 runs scored. He takes ball 1 on the check swing. And, that one gets the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 now the count. Sam Pinter on deck. The 1-1. Swung on, elevated foul, and out of play on the third base side. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Good baseball here in this first inning, Ty, for Wasatch. The 2-out knock from Baxter. But something not to be forgotten about either is the steal on the very first pitch of that at-bat from Royal, getting over and getting into scoring position. Even though that's a double, that's probably not a ball Royal can score on from first base if he doesn't swipe that bag. So hopefully Eddie comes through and gets a knock here. But if he doesn't, stealing that bag on that first pitch, Tyler, got Wasatch an extra run here.
Fouls off the 1-2, keeps the ball at 1-2 with 2 away. 2 looks, and now a delivery. Goes with the off-speed and gets some swinging. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Wayman, but Wasatch is able to take the lead. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. 1 runner is left on base. Ty, we'll go ahead and keep it here for the first inning as we go through our fielding starters for the Wasps.
Yeah, going to see Miguel Armendariz getting to start on the mound for Wasatch here today, Tyler. He'll be throwing to Otis Sweat, who's getting his 4th start here behind the dish in this tournament. Over 3 days, but that's still a lot of action for a catcher behind the dish here, and he's been beat up a little bit. Ty, we talked to him between games, and he's taking foul balls off the wrist. He got a foul tip off his fingers in game number 1. He's been beat up a little bit, and he's saying he broke a blood vessel, actually, on one of the balls that hit him. But he's back there still going. Tough kid behind the dish. First base will be Royal Matthews. Second base, Jack Salmon. Braxton Fowler at shortstop. Those 3 have been in the same position every game so far this year. Wasatch going back to Sam Pinter at third base after Tyson Dahl got the start at third base earlier on in the tournament. In the outfield, Eddie Bluth will be in left field after getting the start in game 1 on the mound. Austin Brown in center, where he has started every game for the last couple seasons, Tyler. And then in right field, player of the tournament so far, in our opinion, Max Livingston, who leads the team in ERA just over 1 after a complete game gem in the first game of the year. And then Tyler has really swung it well from the 9-hole, hit a home run last game, multiple RBIs in games 2 and 3 of this tournament, and currently hitting about .450 on the season. That's Max Livingston over there in right field. And then Crew Baxter, of course, as I mentioned already, DHing on the day for Miguel Armendariz, who's starting.
Starting lineup from the field brought to you by Bonnie Joseph Academy. Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy in Heber City. Visit them also at bonniejosephacademy.edu, where beauty meets expertise. Ty, I ask you to put the coach's hat on. We're 3 games into the season. As a coach, what are you looking for from this Wasatch team as they go into game 4?
Well, Ty, you don't want any letdowns, right? They've gotten into a groove over the last 10 innings. They've gotten 25 hits, put 20 runs on the board, and they pitched it really well in this tournament. And so you want to finish, Tyler. You've got momentum back on your side after getting shut out in the first game, going 7 innings with no runs. They've got the bats going. So to me, you want to keep those bats building with momentum and continue to throw strikes on the mound.
Keys to the game brought to you by Country Gardens and Nursery, Heber's only locally owned and operated plant nursery. They have everything you need for your gardens, and don't forget to stop by their indoor plant and decor shop as well. Brower will lead it off for the Richfield Wildcats, the senior. He'll swing at the first pitch and fouls that one down the right field side. Again, Richfield coming in 0-2 on the season. Game 3, big swing and a miss for strike 2. First time we've seen Miguel on the mound, and fills up the zone with the first 2 pitches. 0-2 now the count.
Miguel's had a quiet, really good tournament here, Tyler. He's played left field and right field.
The 0-2 is going to be elevated to the first baseman, Matthews, who makes the easy grab for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, finish that thought. He's had just a really steady tournament defensively, Tyler. Everything that's been hit at him, He's gotten it clean. He's gotten 5 putouts now on the tournament between right field and left field. And now getting a start on the mound. He's played a big role, even though he hasn't swung the bat yet in this tournament. He's been a big part of the success that Wasatch is having.
It's going to bring up the pitcher Wayman, hitting in the 2 spot, also a senior. Takes ball 1. Comes back with the fastball. That one's going to be pounded through the 5-6 hole for the first base knock of the day for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's a nice little shot there, Tyler. Line drive, serves it out there to left field. He's a really nice athlete. Had a chance to watch Richfield a couple times this year. Wasatch went down and played them early in the preseason at Crimson Cliffs in basketball. And Wayman, really nice player there for Richfield. Not just in basketball and baseball, but also football. Tyler can fill it up down there on the football field as well.
It's going to bring up outfielder Albrick Jr. hitting on the left-hand side. Royal Matthews giving up a hole there over on that side, trying to keep the runner close. And Miguel comes with strike 1. Wasatch scores 2 in the top of the first, take the 2-0 lead. Now here in the bottom of the first. Pretty good lead over by Wayman. And that's going to be another strike. Albrick squares to bunt, pulls back on the strike, and that's going to move the count to 0-2. Did bring Sam Pinter on a run. Pinter now playing even with the bag with 2 strikes. The pitch, and that'll be a foul ball. Keep the count at no balls, 2 strikes. Ty, first couple of batters, what do you like out of Miguel so far on the mound?
Rhythm and strikes, Tyler, rhythm and strikes. That's what you're seeing there. Already had to slow him down a little bit when he was ready to go when a foul ball had come back into play. But he looks like he's all business on the mound right now.
And that one, oof, right at the belt, maybe outside.
I think they must have set up on the other
Outside.
half, Tyler, because Otis, that one stuck the spot pretty good. If you notice, just kind of creeping out just a hair before the pitch. That's a good location.
1-2, runner's going to go. It's a high ball. The throw down to second. Not in time. Fowler thought he had him. Pretty decent throw from Sweat. Pretty good slide from Wayman. And there's a guy in scoring position now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think he got just underneath that, Tyler. I think that was a good call from the umpire. The eyes kind of created an optical illusion, right? Ball got there early, but it was a little bit off, harder to get down and make a quick tag. I think Wayman was able to slide underneath it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Armendariz comes set, 1 look, delivers. A little bit of a split action on that one time. Misses low for ball 3, I believe, right? 3-2 now the count.
I like what you're seeing from Richfield early on here, Tyler. It's interesting where they went with a potential bunt on an 0-1 count here from their 3-hitter.
Goes back with the fastball. This one's elevated to center field. Should be Canacorn catch for Austin Brown. He'll make it. Runner's going to try to tag from third, and he will tag. Tag to go to third.
He left early here, Ty. I wonder if Wasatch is going to appeal on this one.
Yeah, you pointed at it.
I thought it was a split second beforehand. I think if Wasatch wants to go on an appeal, curious to see what they would call here on this. Just to finish that thought, though, Tyler, I like how Richfield's playing aggressive, right? Don't get the bunt down, go to 2 strikes. Well, we got to get that guy over some other way, so they put him in motion and swipe second base. Not going to appeal.
It's going to be Rickenbach, who will be up in the box now, right? Big right-hander, senior. First pitch is going to be inside for ball 1. Second pitch is going to be fouled. Ooh, they called a foul. And that'll move the count to 1-1. Hesitated there for a second because the ball did go fair and then bounced back into foul territory. So 1-1 count. Miguel goes back to working out of the windup with the runner on third base. Elevates that one high for ball 2.
Early season, Tyler, these tournaments, you play a lot of games in a short amount of days, and so you get a deeper look at your pitching staff than you normally do during region play of the year.
That one's in there for a strike.
And
puts deuces on the scoreboard.
These are important innings. You have a question mark with the pitching staff this year to a certain extent. You lost a lot of innings from last year's team. So this may be the 1 or 2 only chances these guys have to put an impression on the team.
This ball is going to push Eddie Bluth back, out of here. Goodbye, Senor Wilson. It's a 2-out, 2-run home run for Rickenbach, and Richfield ties the game on the 2-run home run here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, Ty put a good charge into that thing, and that's playing at the right time of day. Middle of the day here, hot, starting to get a little bit muggy, and that ball just floated. On colder days, I think that ball doesn't get out of here, Tyler. I think that one probably dies and settles down at the base of the warning track. but the wind has flipped. If you look at the flag, it's blowing out in that direction. The ball was hit just slightly, so up into the stream with a little heat. And I think that ball was able to get just enough to get over the fence.
It's going to bring up Hansen. Check swing strike one to Hansen. Ties up the game at 2-2 here at Pineview High School. Right-hander into the box. Miguel swing and a miss again. 0-2 quickly. Miguel bounces back after giving up the home run. And he rings him up. First strikeout of his career for Armendariz is a strikeout looking, brought to you by Gravity Coalition. Visit them at gravitycoalition.com. 2 runs come in on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 2-2 as we go into the second.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Top of the second brought to you by Robarge Collision and Repair, a customer satisfaction rating at 98.7%, one of the highest in the industry. 7, 8, 9 up for Wasatch will be Pinter, Sweat, Livingston. Pinter, a couple of hits on the year, including a double in Game 1 against Pineview. Comes up with the score tied 2-2. Wasatch scores 2, Richfield scores 2. Wayman will start off with the ball, move the count to 1-0. Is that a strike?
I thought I heard him call a strike, yeah.
Okay, strike,
a little
sorry.
Up.
That one above the hands, little check swing, moves the count to 0-2. Pinter will choke up, get back into the box on the right-hand side. Into the windup goes Wayman and delivers. And this one swung on to shallow right field, or excuse me, pushes the right fielder back. Sorry, misjudged that myself. But the right fielder, Hansen, does run it down, and there will be one away.
Yeah, the ball's jumping, Tyler. That ball wasn't squared up too well, but it did float back there. Right now, the conditions we have, you can see some long fly balls in this game today.
Bring up Otis Sweat. 111 on the season, but does have 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Mentioned he started every game behind the dish here for Wasatch. First pitch of the at-bat is swung on and missed by, or excuse me, fouled off by Sweat. Moves the count to 0 balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1, another check swing. They'll check him down at first. Does not go, so that'll move the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball's jumping a little bit on the Wasatch hitters right now.
Yeah, it's a deceptive fastball, Tyler. It is one of those that jumps out of the hands.
Goes to the off speed. Another check swing from Sweat. And I don't think they called that one a strike. They're going to check that one again. Still didn't go, so that moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1, also upstairs. Moves the count now to 3 balls and 1 strike. Austin Brown also earning a walk in the first inning. See if Sweat can do the same. The 3-1. And that one is in there for a strike, and they'll fill up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. And goes off his elbow. It'll go into the book as a hit by pitch. Second freebie of the day for Wasatch. And they now have their second guy on for the second time. It looks like we're going to get Jackson, who will speed up run. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Max Livingston. You mentioned it, probably the player of the tournament so far. 444 batting average, 500 on base percentage, a double, a home run, and 6 RBIs. Not to mention went 7 innings and only gave up 1 run in game 1. Wearing number 7. Decent lead from Jackson over at first base. Slide step delivery, swung on, and this one's elevated to deep right center field, pushing Hansen back. He's not going to get to that one. Pick him up, put him down. 3rd extra base hit of the season for Livingston, and Jackson will settle in as third base on the double, and Wasatch with runners in scoring position, and another extra base hit for Livingston.
Holy cow, Tyler. He's clobbering the ball right now. Talked to Coach a little bit before the game about Max, and he just lit up saying, yeah, that's what Max can do. He's aggressive, and when he gets fastballs, he will jump on the fastball.
Doing it to all parts of the field, Ty. His home run was to the left side. That one showing some pattern going off the wall on the right center field gap. Moves us to the top of the order to Salmon. Struck out looking in his first at bat. Has an RB opportunity here. Had the base clearing triple in the game against Vegas. That one misses off the plate, 4-1. Austin Brown on deck, walked and scored in his last at bat. Salmon all the way in the back of the batter's box. Wayman into the delivery, the 1-0. Fastball just misses it, goes into the glove of the catcher, moves the count to 1-1 strike. One ball, one strike. The pitch goes with the off speed. It's going to be elevated to left field, pushing the left fielder back. He's not going to get to it. Pick him up, put him down. Back-to-back extra base hits. This one will score 2. It's a 1-out, 2 RBI double for Jack Salmon. He's now got 6 RBIs on the season, and Wasatch retakes the lead at 4-2.
Yeah, we may be in for one of these last game of the tournament slugfest here, Tyler. It's not the last one for Richfield. They're going to play one more after this, so they probably still have a little more pitching than most teams at this point in the tournament. But Wasatch is pretty good on pitching too, Tyler. The Wasps haven't had to go too deep. Only 4 pitchers used in the entire tournament for Wasatch through 4 games or 3+ games here at this point.
Pretty good lead from Salmon at second base. Wayman takes a second look. He's going to go to Brown. Brown's going to elevate this one to the opposite side. No doubt about that one. Goodbye, Senor Wilson. Austin Brown with a 2-run home run. And Wasatch breaks this thing open, and they now lead 6-2. Well, Ty, he's got a lot of family sitting behind us, and how about that to put on a show as Austin Brown, the sophomore, gets his first home run of the season.
I don't think that'll be the last one. Tyler, last year, do a little Austin analysis for a second if we can. Last year, his season started slow in the first tournament. He had several strikeouts in the first weekend down there, and then he found his rhythm, but you and I both felt like he found it when he started driving the ball the other way. Just like it locked him in mentally a little bit different. And don't be surprised here. Now, he put a couple good barrels on it in the last game here earlier this morning, too. But now he's starting to drive the ball the opposite way, Tyler. That's a straight shot just driven over the left field wall from the lefty. And he's going to start turning it on, I feel like, with his timing and his power to the opposite direction.
He's going to bring up Royal Matthews. He's 1 for 1 on the game today. Singled through the 3-4 hole and scored. Also had a stolen base. He'll take ball 1, ball 2. Hitting above 600 now on the year. The 2-0. And Wayman goes with the off-speed pitch on the 2-0. Good pitch in there for a strike. Moves count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Wayman back into the windup, delivers. Another fastball that's elevated to the outfield again. This one pushing the center fielder back. Can't get to it. It's going to be a one-hopper to the wall. First extra base hit of the season for Royal. And how about this string for Wasatch? Double, home run, double to the deepest part of the field. And Wasatch once again is in business with another Stone Insurance extra base hit.
Yeah, these are nukes too, Tyler. Max off the wall. Jack off the wall. Austin over the wall. And then Royal puts that right at the base of the wall out there. Royal, he kind of went into trot. I'm not sure if he thought that was caught. Tyler, was like a trot to slow down and go back. And then he saw it was down and then kind of sped up into second base.
bring up Braxton Fowler. Wasatch again, 4 straight extra base hits. They lead 6-2. An okay lead for Royal at second base. Now the kick into delivery. That one above the belt for ball 1. Extra base hits once again brought to you by Stone Insurance. You work hard for your money. Your insurance company should work hard for you. With Stone Insurance, we provide the coverage you need at the rate you deserve. Stone Insurance, solid as a rock. Call Stone Insurance today and start saving. 1-0 the count here to Fowler. 2 looks from Wayman. Now a third look. And comes with the pitch. That one's going to be roped up the middle. Another base knock. Royal's going to try to score from second. It's an RBI single for Fowler. The throw is cut off by first baseman, so Fowler will stay at first base. But how about that? Another base knock for Wasatch. That's now 5 straight hits and 5 runs in here in the top of the second.
Well, this is getting fun really fast here, Tyler, in this game. Wasatch coming into this game on the tournament. They'd played 3 games. Tyler, they had 9 extra base hits on the season. 1 home run, 1 triple, and 7 doubles. Now, in this game already, Tyler, 4 doubles and 1 home run, and we're only in the second inning. We're 4 outs into this game here. They've nearly doubled their amount of extra base hits just in this game alone. It's a fun one if you like offense. Wasatch is letting it fly.
It's going to earn a trip to the mound from the Richfield pitching coach, brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. Do you sometimes feel dizzy or unstable? If so, Physical at the Fit Stop has good news. Falls are preventable. Give them a call at 435-654-5607, and let's see how you can improve your balance and regain your freedom. Ty, is this a trip to the mound where you crack a joke like, hey, the St. George Airport just called and they have some random unidentified flying objects showing up on radar, or try to calm the pitcher down? What do you say after giving up 5 straight knocks?
Yeah, Ty, there's a certain extent of you do kind of joke of like, hey, this is a little bit unusual, right? Some of these balls that are floating in the air. We talked about it in the first inning, that home run from Richfield. The ball's jumping down here right now, Ty. And so some of these pitches he's made, like that Royal Matthews ball, is probably an out in another game, right? Tyler, earlier today, that ball probably is caught at the fence. Jack Salmon, his ball might be caught at the fence. So I think it is one you just kind of laugh it off and say, hey, maybe let's get this down in the zone a little bit more.
Another barrel from Crew Baxter. He already has 1 double on the day. This is going to push the center fielder back. Fowler's going to try to go from first to third, and a single. He's now 2 for 2 on the day for Baxter. And that one, another rope to the left center field gap, and Wasatch has now 6 straight hits.
Ty, this lineup from Wasatch can be pretty brutal, and we still don't know how the story's going to be written for a lot of these kids, but you start going through the lineup. If you start at 2, we're talking with Austin's family, Austin Brown, and he's going to have a chance to play really high-level Division I baseball at some point, Ty. Where he ends up, who knows? But, he very well could be an SEC D1 player.
Well, there's 7 straight hits. You can't even finish your thought, Ty. That's going to be a base knock through the 3-4 hole. Baxter will advance to second. Another RBI for Bluth. He's now got 2 on the season, as Fowler will come in to score. 6 runs in now in the inning.
Yeah, and I'll try to make this a little quicker, Tyler. Like Royal Matthews, that's a kid who can play collegiate baseball for sure. And so you've got number 2, college baseball player. Number 3, high-level college baseball player. Number 4, Braxton. We'll see where Braxton ends up. He's only a junior, Tyler. But even last year as a sophomore in my class, I remember him walking in smiling. He got a letter from the University of Cincinnati inviting him to a camp. So that's a high-level baseball player. Your 5-hole hitter, you just saw him rope a couple line drives, Tyler. That's a college football player, a D lineman at the college football level. So basically what I'm getting at is, look at this Wasatch lineup, and it is just athlete after athlete after athlete, just these monsters they're throwing up here in the box.
Sam Pinter led off the inning with a deep fly out to right field. He's now up with runners on first and second. Still only 1 out, Ty, in the inning. Swing and a miss at that off-speed pitch. Moves the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 the count. Wayman comes set. Runners on first and second. Takes a second look at Baxter. Now delivers. That one outside. Baxter's going to try to go. It got away from the catcher. The throw to third base isn't going to be in time. Bluth will advance to second on the throw. So 2 runners in scoring position for Sam, who has now a 1-2 count.
Yeah, you're seeing good baseball right now from the Wasatch Wasps side. Beyond just the barrels and the good pitching that you've seen, that's good heady baseball. No hesitation, ball in the dirt, staying aggressive, trying to keep the pressure on the other team.
Check swing goes off of the light pole and bounces back into play.
Seen that a couple times in this tournament, Ty. We've been off that light pole a couple times.
Keeps count at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I think you're right, Ty. You make that a live ball, just make this thing fun, right? If it ricochets and comes back fair off a fence or a pole.
And nice little pitch there. That is going to be strike 3, third strikeout of the day for Wayman.
I know Wasatch hit him hard this inning, Tyler, but you've seen enough already in the first couple innings to know this guy's got a good number 2 pitch, and he can throw it at any point in the count. Wasatch, just right now they're seeing beach balls up there. I think Wayman, if he can settle down and start mixing in his second pitch, he'll start getting more outs.
That broke the streak. 7 straight hits for Wasatch before that strikeout. Sweat got things going. He was hit by pitch on a full count pitch and ended up scoring. Second at bat of the inning. Currently sitting at 8-2. The 1-0 swung on and fouled off the plate for strike 1. Heard some umpires talking before the game time. We like to talk about rules adjustments, and they talked about a delayed balk call, which would have benefited Wasatch yesterday, right? There was a balk call that wasn't loud enough, and Salmon ended up doubling off the wall. And that was the suggestion, is you do a delayed balk call, which allows the offense to still hit if they have a chance, similar to like jumping off sides in college,
decline,
right?
Yeah, decline
the penalty
right?
sort of thing. So a quarterback who knows he's got the defense jumped off sides can still run a play. It's kind of a free play. 2 balls, 1 strike. This one's going to be roped to center field. The center fielder won't come up to it. That's going to be another 2-out, 2 RBI hit for Wasatch, this time from Otis Sweat. It's a single, and that'll bring in 2 more runs. 8 runs now in the inning and 8 hits in the inning for the Wasps.
Ty, you mentioned Otis's batting average down a little bit. That's going to help, obviously, but he started the game just over 100. But, man, he's getting hits at the right time, Tyler. Even though he's got a low batting average, that's now 6 RBIs
6
on
RBIs
the year
on the year. It's going to bring up Livingston, who got the hitting started for Wasatch, doubled off the right center field wall and scored to get things started. He's now has 3 extra base hits on the weekend. That pitch off speed misses outside for ball 1. Wayman back working out of the stretch with Jackson on first base, coming in to speed up run for Sweat. Wayman shrugs, delivers, fastball misses as well. That's going to move the count to 2 balls, no strikes. Wayman gets the pitch, settles in, shrugs, and delivers. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 8 runs, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bike, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Visit them at their store in Midway or at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch swung on, elevated to shallow right center field, and I don't think anyone's going to get to this one either, Ty. Second hit of the inning for Livingston. Runner will advance to third base, and Livingston will stay at first. And you mentioned it, Ty. You burn them a couple of times, that scoots the outfield back, and then hits like that start to fall in front.
That's exactly right, Tyler. That ball has no business falling in, but that falls in because you've got 5 extra base hits in the inning alone. So your defense is playing really deep. And, Tyler, they've kind of taken the will out of Wayman. I like watching what happens on plays like that, and where Wayman was at, his head was in the clouds. He was just kind of wandering around the mound rather than going over and backing up a throw to third base or home. He was just kind of wandering. So probably a time to make a pitching change here, Tyler. I think Wasatch is taking the heart away from him.
We'll go ahead and take a break. Wasatch leading 10-2. They've scored 8 in the inning, 9 hits in the inning for the Wasps. We'll be back.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Pitching change brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. It is now Albrecht, the number 3 hitter, who will move from short to the mound, and pitcher Wayman will move to short. 1-0 the count as it's top of the order. Salmon with his second at bat. He doubled to left field in his last at bat and brought in 2 runs. Now has 6 RBIs himself on the season. That one's going to get all the way back to the backstop, but bounces right back to the catcher. Good job there from Jackson as he's able to get back to the bag. But Livingston will advance to second, so runners on second and third now, and a 2-0 count.
That was a good read from Jackson over there on third base, Tyler. Because normally that's the ball you score on, but it just kind of trampolined right back to the catcher. It would have been an easy out.
2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. And this one's going to be swung on, elevated, and if it's fair, it's gone, and it's foul. 2-1 now the count.
They were begging for it.
Begging
for it, but I think that's probably fouled by, 10, 15 feet at least? In fact, that thing might have been fouled when it passed third base, Tyler.
2-1 now the count. Pitch. That one misses outside. 3-1 now the count. This inning's kind of just turned humorous for Richfield too, Tyler. The pitcher out there with a smile on his face like, geez, like, you guys hitting with old-style bats? Like, what's going on here?
Wasatch dugout giving him the business on that one too a little bit, Tyler. Let's see if the umpires shut it down.
The 3-1. This one's elevated, and it's going to be foul as well.
Should have that kid just go stand over on the warning track in the corner. And
full count, 3-2, with runners on second and third, 2 outs. Again, 8 runs have been scored in the inning, coming on 9 hits, Ty. There was 1 hit by pitch. Everything else earned by Wasatch in the box. 3-2 the count. The payoff pitch. Swung on, and that one goes towards Coach McCoy. Safe to say Salmon's a little bit ahead of this pitcher, Ty.
Well, it's been an interesting season so far, Tyler, after a little bit of an anemic start to the year offensively for Wasatch. 3 hits in 7 innings. Help me do the math here, Tyler. We played now 13 innings since that point in time.
Yep. But only 12 at-bats, Ty, in that time.
And Wasatch in those 12 innings of at-bats now has 36 hits over 12 innings.
14 innings with these 2 that are in there. Sorry, yes, Ty. Yep. So 12, and then 6, and then 2 today. This one swung on, and same spot, Ty, and still going to be foul.
Jack is losing baseballs left and right over here, Tyler, just ripping them down the line.
He needs a 36-ounce bat, Ty, is what he needs.
Someone get him the Wonder Boy out from the natural. Try that one.
Another foul ball is going to keep the count at full. Seems to be on the barrel just ahead.
I'd probably try a different pitch here if I was Albrecht out there.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on, and this one has more of a chance. And it's gone. There's the 3-run home run from Jack Salmon. That's the second home run of the inning. Salmon now with 5 RBIs in this inning alone. Goodbye, Senor Wilson. And Wasatch now leading after that 3-run bomb, 13-2.
Well, that's a pretty good at bat, Tyler. He fought off some pitches that he couldn't keep inside and finally gets one that he can get the hands up and through and hits that one a mile. One of those at bats, Tyler, if he's got, I guess here's where this thought is going is old coach for Wasatch, Coach Scholl, came home once and his boy had been playing in a game he didn't get to go watch, and he asked his wife how things went and said, he had a great day today. He went 4 for 4 at the plate. And then came home and asked his son, he's like, I had a terrible day. I only went 1 for 4. And his wife said, well, he hit the ball 4 times. Like, that's what it was over there, right? And one of those for Jack, like someone's going to go home, a girlfriend or mom and sister, and be like, hey, he hit 3 home runs, right? Because he hit 3 out of the park on that at bat, but 2 of them were foul. He was putting a charge into it, though, in that at bat. Good to see that he could get one to handle and keep it fair.
Well, last time Austin Brown was in the box tie, he hit a 2-run bomb to that left-hand side as well. He'll take ball 1. The 1-0 misses as well. 2-0 now the count. Wasatch now with 10 hits in the inning, including 3 doubles, 2 home runs, and 5 singles. That one just low, misses 3-0. Richfield hasn't even had their second at-bats yet, Ty. This is 3rd time through the lineup here for Wasatch. The 3-0, and he swings on that one, and that one's not coming back either. 2 home runs in the same inning for Austin Brown. Goodbye, Senor Wilson. Another solo home run for Wasatch. 3 home runs in the inning, 2 for Austin Brown. And that's hit number 11 for Wasatch, and 12 runs in now for Was.
Oh, my goodness, Tyler. Tyler, let me set this up. I don't know if your eyes are good enough to see what just happened here. At Pineview, they've got a fence that is probably, about 330 down the line there, maybe 340 where he hit it. And it's a tall fence, Tyler. You're talking a 20-foot fence you've got to get over. And then behind it to protect the house, you've got about a 40-foot fence that goes deep. And then you've got pine trees beyond that. And Austin just hit it halfway into the pine tree. He cleared the 20-foot fence, the 40-foot fence, and put it into the pine tree that's protecting the houses over that. That was an absolute towering bomb from Austin Brown.
Well, that makes the score 13-2 now. 12 runs in the inning.
Would you go walk that off, Tyler, after the inning? That one's got to be over 400 feet.
2-0 now the count here to Royal. In his last at bat, he doubled off the wall in left center field. He's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. 2-0, that one swung on, and that one's hit deep as well. This one almost that same exact spot he hit before, but left fielder, had the ball in his hand, can't come up with it. That'll be ruled an error. Got underneath that one a little bit. And Wasatch with another base runner.
That hurts for Richfield, Tyler. I feel for him there because you mentioned a lot of these from Wasatch are just flat out, they're earning it. They're just outplaying Richfield. But when you have an inning and you just need to get out of it, already 12 runs on the board, you just need someone to step up and make a play when you have a chance, and that was a chance to get out of the inning, and they didn't take advantage.
It's going to be a Braxton Faller, singled up the middle in his last at-bat and brought in Royal. He's 1 for 2, popped out of the shortstop in his first at-bat. Albrecht comes set, looks at Royal, who's got a good lead at second base. The pitch, big swing and a miss from Faller, strike 1.
That was a swing a little outside of Braxton's normal swing, right? Looks like everyone's trying to join the long bomb party.
14-2 the score here for Wasatch in their last game. Faller does swing, the second one connects and gets underneath it. It's going to be a pop-up right behind second base. Shortstop, Wayman, goes over and makes the grab, and that'll do it. 12 runs come in on 11 hits, 1 error in the inning, and Wasatch leaves 1 on base. It's 14-2 as we go into the bottom of the second.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at HeberAppliance.com.
Hey, it's Nicole from Mountain Refined. I wanted to take a moment and invite you to visit our showroom. We are locally owned and operated with the largest selection in Wasatch County. In our showroom, you will find everything from bedding, home decor, gifts, jewelry, beautiful furnishings, and even flooring. We even have a large selection of protein powder. It won't take you long to find out what everyone's talking about. We can't wait to meet you. See you soon. We're located at 480 North Main Street in Heber City.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the second brought to you by the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm practicing in all areas of the law. They take pride in saying, yeah, we do that. Wasatch leading 14-2 here in the bottom of the second after a huge top of the second. 13 hits for Wasatch, 12 runs scored in the inning. 3 doubles, 3 home runs, and 5 singles, including 2 home runs in the same inning for Austin Brown. Bring up the right fielder Hansen, who's currently at a 2-1 count. Swing and a miss, moves the count to 2-2.
That's not a bad inning. I don't think
bad.
we've called many innings like that, Tyler. Although we've seen a lot more like that with Coach McCoy. The last couple of years, he's had teams that have been able to put some runs on the board.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 2, brought to you by Gravity Coalition for Miguel Armendariz. It'll bring up the freshman catcher Torgerson, Ty, wearing number 41, only a freshman. Miguel back into the windup, delivers. That one's going to be short for ball 1.
Ty, last year, this came down towards the end of region play, but about halfway through the season, Wasatch was leading the entire state in runs per game. They were in double figures. At one point, that number was up close to 13 runs per game last year. And then when they got into region play, they'll start getting a little tighter. That number came down a little bit. But this is not a new thing to see this Wasatch team put runs on the board.
2-0 the count here to Torgerson. That one just high for ball 3. 3-0 now the count.
That's why that first game against Pineview was maybe a little frustrating for this Wasatch team, as you know they can swing it. You'd love to get Pineview again later today, right? If you're Wasatch, have another crack at it now that the bats are rolling and woken up. And put a little perspective, Tyler, that Mateer team that Wasatch played this morning just beat Pineview 7-5 in the game before this one. I think that Pineview game Wasatch is going to look at later on in the year and wish they had it back.
That is going to be a 5-pitch walk, so Richfield has a base runner here in the bottom half of the second. They do have 2 runs on the board. They singled, sac fly, and a home run. It's going to bring up another Hansen. This is going to be swung on first pitch. It's a right back to the pitcher. The throw is too short, but the runner going to second had slid early to get out of the way and didn't reach the bag, and so Wasatch still able to recover and get the leadoff guy on the fielder's choice ground out. So 1-6-4 put out at second base. Is that how you're going to rule that one?
1-6-4-6. Did he toss it back to
No,
Braxton?
no, he just stepped on it.
Yeah, 1-6-4.
Pretty good play from Miguel. This pitch is going to be swung on first pitch as well and is going to be a pop out to right field, and that'll do it. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 runner is left on base. Wasatch makes quick work of it in the bottom of the second, still leading 14-2.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. With over 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dumping equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and repairs, we've got you covered. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber City, Utah.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care. Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the third brought to you by Wasatch Napa Auto Parts. You'll always find the best deals and expert service with your local Napa Auto Parts store. Stop by today. It'll be Baxter, Bluth, Pinter to lead it off here in the top half of the third inning. Wasatch leading 14-2. Albrecht still on the mound for Richfield. That'll be ball one. Baxter on the day, 2 for 2, doubled to left field and brought in 2 runs in his first at bat, and then singled to the left center field side for his second hit. Scored once as well. Now has 3 RBIs, 4 runs scored on the season, and is flirting now with 500 on the year as well. He's going to swing at that one, and another base knock, that time through the 3-4 hole. Just mentioning before that pull hit, Ty, that both hits before that the opposite way. And if Baxter can go both ways, you're looking at a pretty good string of hitters there on the left-hand side of things with going back to Brown, Matthews, Fowler, but Tyler, Jack Salmon hit a home run today as well. Wasatch loaded right now in this lineup. Now, not seeing the pitching that you're going to see in Region 7 play. You're going to have some good pitching coming up. But they've made quick work and nice work of this game today. Eddie Bluth into the box. He's going to swing at this one. This one's elevated to right center field, and not going to get to that one as well. Another single for Eddie. That one just out of the outstretched diving hands of the right fielder Hansen. So back-to-back singles and 15 hits now on the day for Wasatch.
15 hits in 2 innings, Tyler, 2+ innings. So I don't know if I can get through this fast enough because the ball's just jumping in play, Tyler, but if you're looking for an offensive player of the game, let me give you a few candidates over here. I won't say names. How about 2 hits, single, double, 2 runs scored? That's one option. How about 3 hits, 2 singles, a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored? How about 2 hits, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored? Or 2 hits with a double and a home run, 5 RBIs, and 2 runs scored? I mean, that's a tough one there. You know, every time you talk about someone, it keeps getting a little better. Got a guy with 3 hits, but, hey, only 1 RBI or 1 run scored. I can't look at him. Let's go to the guy with, that guy's got 2 home runs. That's got to be it. Well, there's a guy with a home run and a double, and he's got 5 RBIs compared to the guy with 3.
1-1 count here to Pinter. He'll take ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Sweat on deck. Hit by pitch and then singled and brought in 2 runs in the last inning.
And my point in bringing that up, Tyler, is Wasatch is just having a career day for a lot of guys at the plate here.
Pinter's going to fist this one, and it is caught by the second baseman. Probably an infield fly rule there, Ty.
Fly, yeah.
And that will be the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Sweat. Hit by pitch and scored in his first at-bat. Singled and brought in 2 runs to center field in his last at-bat. He scored both times. So now 6 RBIs on the year and 4 runs scored here for Sweat. Both second and shortstop trying to keep the runner close at second base. Big holes through first and second and short and third.
Ty, some of those players I brought up. So Max Livingston, 2 hits, double, single in the game. Crew Baxter, 3 hits with 2 singles and a double. Austin Brown, 2 home runs in the game. Jack Salmon, a double and a home run. Royal Matthews has a double and a single, also reached on an error.
Yeah, so curious where your opinion goes on that if you were to pick one.
I think Austin.
You have to go
is
2
mine.
home runs, right?
And the way they were hit, Tyler, an opposite field shot that was just really well struck, and then a moon shot feels like the right way to phrase it on the other one. He cleared the 40-foot barrier fence behind the 20-foot fence. And now we got to start pulling for Sam Pinter. They're going to start giving him a hard time. He's the only player without a hit in the lineup today for Wasatch, and we're only in the third inning.
I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't have to come up again in that last inning. He had the first 2 outs in that last inning, Ty, and he was 2 players away from possibly making all 3 outs in that inning.
There's not a lot of people that have done that, I think, making all 3. In fact, that's a trivia we'll have to dive into, Tyler.
2-1, misses inside. 3-1 now the count to Sweat. Three balls, 1 strike. Albrecht, long look at Baxter at second base, delivers the 3-1. It's swung on. This is going to be a ground ball to the 5-6 hole. Ball is going to be picked up, and Baxter, not knowing the situation, went back to second, but he was forced. He had to run to third, and so despite the bobble, third baseman will pick it up and step on the bag for out number 2.
Yeah, just lost his head for a second out there, Tyler. Not remembering that it was a force out.
Jackson Cameroni will come back in to run for Sweat. And I'll bring up Livingston. He as well is 2 for 2 today, Ty, with 2 runs scored. Had a double and then a single to shallow right center field. Gone the opposite way with both of his swings. That pitch is going to be swung on and fouled for strike 1.
So, Ty, doing a little Major League Baseball hunt on 3 outs in an inning. The quick reaction I get is no Major League player has ever officially made all 3 outs in a single inning. A lot have had 3 plate appearances, but not have made all 3 outs in 1 inning.
Nice off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. Moves the count to no balls, 2 strikes.
The statistical analysis, this is so interesting. Baseball has all these stats on this, Tyler.
Runner's going to go on the 0-2. Swing and a miss. The ball is dropped. Catcher will pick it up, throw it to first base, and Wasatch is retired. No runs come in on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners are left on base.
I'll tell you before we go to break, statistical analysis says it may happen once every 1.8 million baseball games that a player makes all 3 outs in 1 inning. So almost had a 1.8 million, 1 in a 1.8 million chance event happen in this one. Step away for a quick break. Wasatch up big, 14-2 over Richfield.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Teens report that parents are the #1 influence in their children's lives about decisions to not use alcohol, marijuana, or vape.
Take a few minutes every day to talk to us about things we like to do. Ask about our hopes and dreams, concerns, and fears. This is a time when we need our parents' help the most.
If we feel close to you, we are much more likely to listen. We need you to remind us to stay drug and alcohol free. Brought to you by Wasatch High School Thrive Club.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of 3 brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health, a comprehensive community mental health center offering a wide array of programs and services for all individuals in Wasatch County. Pitching change brought to you as well by Physical at the Pit Stop. Give them a call at 435-654-5607 to see how you can improve your balance and regain your freedom. Alex Scott, the sophomore, on the mound. First time we've seen Scott. 2 pitchers brand new for us. Miguel Armendariz, good outing, tied through 2 innings, gave up 2 runs in the first, bounced back and had 2 strikeouts, only 1 walk. Alex Scott's first pitch is going to be to center field. Pretty good barrel, but Austin Brown will come up and make the play for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, 1 pitch, 1 out, Tyler.
Talking to Coach McCoy, feels might be the best curveball on the team from the sophomore Scott. Brings out number 2 hitter Wayman. Started on the mound, now playing shortstop. Singled to left field, stole a base, and scored a run back in the first inning. There's that curveball, misses outside for ball 1. The 1-0, back to the curveball again, and did it get Wayman? Yes, it did. That'll be a hit by pitch, and Wayman reaches for the second time today. Going to bring up the number 3 hitter and current pitcher, Junior Albrecht. Started at short base or shortstop.
This part of the lineup, Tyler, really was pretty effective. Wayman had a good line drive in the first inning. He's now found his way on. Rickenbach obviously had the home run. And Ty, I felt like
sacrifice fly to deep center. That actually brought the runner from second to third. Is what Albrecht did.
Albrecht, right, and then Rickenbach on deck hit the home run. And I think this is a pretty good part of the lineup.
Long look from Scott, who does go up 1-0. That ball's going to get away from him. And Burner will advance to second base. Curveball in the dirt. It's going to move the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. So oftentimes we've talked about it. I don't think Wasatch right now has this problem, but you face some of these, especially underclassmen teams, and they're solid 1 through 4. Pretty good ball players 1 through 4. This ball's going to be elevated into the foul territory by third base. Tyson Dahl back into the game at third base, and he'll make the play on the pop out. But 1 through 4, really solid. And then just the depth. You lose a little bit of depth as you go on throughout the lineup. But I haven't just seen a lot of the lineup. Wasatch has done a good job of limiting the at-bats so far. It's going to bring up Rickenbach, who did have the 2-run home run back in the first. That pitch is outside for ball 1. I think the best part of the pitching right now for Wasatch is they've just filled it up. Just have thrown a lot of strikes, has made the games go quick, and just have allowed their defenses to play defense behind them.
Yeah.
2-0 the count.
You like to joke, Tyler, but it's got a lot of truth. It's an easy game, right? Throw strikes and hit the ball, right? Like that's how you win ball games. And put the ball over the plate, you're going to have a pretty good chance to win.
3 balls, no strikes. Little broadcaster jinx after talking about filling up the zone. 2 outs here, runner on second. Wasatch still being careful with Rickenbach, who did hit a home run back in the first. That one in there for a strike. Moves the count to 3-1. One look from Scott. The pitch goes back to the fastball, and that one is going to be fouled into foul territory for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count with 2 away. Scott, one look, and delivers the payoff pitch. Gets the outside corner for strike 3. 3rd strikeout of the day for the Wasatch staff. Once again brought to you by Gravity Coalition. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one is left on base. 14-2 going into the 4th.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU. Love where you bank.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the fourth brought to you by Mountain West Trailers. Know you value strength and reliability. Trailers that are built to last. Visit them at mountainwesttrailer.com. Hansen will move to the mound for Richfield. Second relief pitcher we've seen today for the Wildcats. Pitching change once again brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. Top of the order up for Wasatch. It'll be Jack Salmon followed by Brown and Matthews. Salmon 2 for 3 today with a double and a home run, 5 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Hansen misses high, 4, ball 1. Working out of the windup. Hansen delivers the 1-0, and that one's going to be fouled straight back. Moves the count to 1-1. I haven't gotten into the Savannah Banana baseball. Do you watch that Savannah Banana baseball?
I haven't watched it much. No, my family likes it.
Starting to think of like some different rule changes to make it fun. That one also in there for a strike moves down to 1-2. How about you have a slot that you, or a random wheel or whatever you want to call it, that you get something every time you go to the bat. So like double. So if you get a single, you get a double. If you get a home run, you get 2 home runs.
Like a lottery.
Yeah, something like that. Misses again. That's going to move the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You're always getting so innovative. What about like part of that lottery is you either have to use a wood bat or you can use a non-BB core bat over there, right?
Sure,
like,
yeah.
There you go.
And does he get the inside corner? No, just misses, and that'll fill the count at 3-2. You could do it defensively too, Ty. For example, like you spin the wheel, and this inning you can throw it at their base runners and get them out by hitting them with the ball like you would like wiffle ball style.
Just drill.
Just drill them.
You know,
or you can touch any base and you're out. So, like, you hit the ball to third base, nobody out. You touch on third before they get to first base. Or make the hitters run opposite one inning instead of first, second, third. You have to go third base first.
Or switch it in the middle of the – oh, that could be fun, right?
That
you get a
could be
single,
fun.
but
There
you
you go.
flip it, and
Yeah.
so now all of a sudden your single is like you're standing on third.
That's going to be a base on ball. Salmon will reach base.
You know what's fun, Tyler, though? You don't need that when you're hitting it. That second inning here for Wasatch is about as fun as it gets, watching baseball. I mean, it's one thing to have a lot of runs scored when you have some walks or some errors or hit by pitch or whatever it might be, but when teams are just swinging it, it's a lot of fun to watch.
Ball's low for ball 1. Brown has punished the baseball today, Ty. Walked in his first at bat and scored, then homered to left field, brought in a 2-run home run, then hit a solo home run, back-to-back home runs. The last time Salmon and Brown were up. He's got 3 RBIs on the day and 2 home runs. 1-0, that one misses as well. 2-0 now the count.
Seems like a brave pitcher to be trying to go after Austin right now. And I like kids that do, right? They don't get scared. It's high school baseball. It's supposed to be fun. It's 14-2. You're not pitching around him, right? Go after him and see if you can get one of the best out.
Ooh, that one
That
pretty
was
good.
A pretty good pitch. It's kind of like what you saw yesterday, Tyler, in the World
I think
Baseball
Austin
Classic.
thought that was a pretty good pitch too, Ty. He was looking down at the coach. I was like, anyway.
17-year-old kid from Brazil, right? Has Aaron Judge at the plate, and he gets a double play out of him over there. You know, I love that stuff when you see the best against some that maybe are trying to make a name for themselves.
The 3-0, and that one misses as well. So back-to-back walks. We'll put runners on first and second for Royal Matthews, who's 2 for 3 today, singled and doubled, and then reached on an error in his last at bat. Has scored 4 times this season, including 2 today. We'll continue to hit on the left-hand side with Braxton Fowler on deck. Sitting in the top of the 4th, this is our last broadcast of the weekend, Game 4 of the 4-game tournament. The Wasatch playing in down here at Pineview High School. Lost the opening day game, and then came back with 2 big wins and are currently leading big here, 14-2. Another ball. Moves the count to 1-0. Hansen comes set, delivers the 1-0. Royal waiting for that one. It's going to be a high chopper, but it's going to get through. Will score a run and puts runners on first and second on another single there for Royal Matthews. It's his first RBI of the game, and Salmon will come in to score to make the score 15-2.
That's hit number 16 on the day, Tyler. Been a pretty good day, in particular for Jack Salmon. 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored now after coming across. Base on ball, home run, double.
We'll bring up Braxton Fowler, who's 1 for 3 today, has an RBI and a run scored on a single to center field in his second at bat. It's popped up to short, and his other 2, he'll take ball 1. Working out of the stretch is Hansen with runners on first and second. That one's in there for a strike, and it's going to be another base knock through the 5-6 hole. Brown will come in to score on another RBI single. That makes the score now 16-2. 4th run scored on the day for Brown, and 2nd RBI on the day for Fowler.
I like that Wasatch is still swinging it. You know, sometimes the game got out of hand so early here in the second inning that you kind of say, well, the sportsmanlike thing to do is just take your foot off the gas pedal. This is still important to get reps in, Tyler. This team, this is the beginning of the season, minimal swings.
Crew's going to swing at the first pitch, and that one's going to get to the left center field gap. Another extra base knock for Crew. Maybe he's having to slow down because they were wondering if that ball was going to be caught. But Crew Baxter's having himself a day, Ty. That's now 4 hits on the day for Crew, his second double. He's now got 3 RBIs on the day as well.
Yeah, 4 for 4. It's getting harder. We talked about who's going to be the offensive player of the game, and so it just continues to get a little bit more challenging. A 4-hit day is a rarity. So Crew 4 for 4, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, a run scored. Feels like a pretty good pick for an offensive player of the day. But you look at Austin Brown, he's reached every single at bat. Tyler 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. Also has 2 walks, 4 runs scored for Austin, 3 RBIs on those 2 home runs. It's a pretty good pick. And then I already mentioned Jack Salmon. He's 2 for 4 on the day, Tyler. 2 for 3 with a home run, a double, and 5 RBIs.
Eddie Bluth's going to swing at this one, and left fielder's having a hard time in the sun, Ty. He's not going to be able to come up with that one. So another error by the left fielder. Bluth will hustle this one out to second base. Does get the RBI as Fowler will come in and score his second run of the day. It's now 4 runs in the inning, and it's up to 18 now on the scoreboard.
Tyson Dahl going to get a chance to swing it here in Sam Pinter's spot, but maybe not before we get a pitching change. Yeah, that'll do it, Ty, for Hansen on the mound, it looks like.
We'll go ahead and take a break. Wasatch leading 18-2 here in Game 4.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Hungry for mouth-watering, all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Pitching change, once again brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. 18 runs in, brought to you by Gravity Coalition. And now up to 18 hits as well. Those are brought to you by Stone Insurance. Tyson Dahl steps into the box to take on Hiss, the fourth pitcher for Richfield. 2-0 after missing on the first two pitches. Two balls, no strikes.
What's the right number of a bat in a game like this, Tyler, before you start making substitutions? You know, you spent time as a head coach because you want to get your starters reps, right?
Sure.
And if you start pulling them too early, you know, as much as this game's out of hand, 18-2, most of the starters, this is still only their fourth time through the lineup, Tyler. Not even 4 times through the lineup at this point. And 4 at-bats seems like something you at least want to get to your starters in a game before you start pulling them, right?
3-0 pitches swung on and fouled off. Yeah, I think around this point, if not even this last one, you're trying to get them reps, but also, Ty, you measure the reps, right? It feels like Richfield's kind of digging deep here. They have one more game. They're not going to throw a lot of their better arms, trailing 18-2. So probably a good time to start seeing a couple of subs. But at the same time, Ty, you have JV games scheduled, and that's part of it. You're going to get some at-bats for those guys. And so Wasatch right now still with the starters in, except for Dahl, who does earn the walk.
You wonder with a team like Richfield.
There's some things you can do. One of the things, Ty, is if you let a strike by you, there's consequences, right? Like if you see a strike, you're swinging at it. And so you get guys up there swinging. And you don't want to teach bad habits at the same time, Ty. You don't want to create bad. And swing is such a minuscule, it's down to the millimeter. And when you're swinging good like this, you don't want to create bad habits. But there are some things you can do in order to kind of speed the game up. 2-1 the count here to Livingston. Wasatch has batted through the lineup here in the fourth without getting it out yet. Salmon led it off with a walk and scored. That one's going to be swung on. Another base knock through the 3-4 hole. 2 runs will come in on that one to make the score 21-2 now on the 19th hit of the day for Wasatch. It's another RBI for 2 RBIs for Livingston, who now has 8 RBIs on the year. 2 runs now in for Bluth, and Dahl will come in and score. So runners on first and second now for Salmon, who is 2 for 2 today with 3 runs scored. That one's in there for a strike, right at the belt for strike 1. First pitch of the at-bat here to Salmon. Getting his 5th at-bat.
That hit puts Max up to 538 on the season with his 5 RBIs. Not bad hitting from the 9 spot for Wasatch, hitting 538 and already 8 runs driven in.
That pitch misses, so 1-1 the count. Swung on and fouled on that 1-1 pitch. And we count to 1-2. I think somebody's going to have to run over to first base, Ty, to get their shields and all that. Coach McCoy, brother of Bo McCoy over there at first holding, he's running out of hands to hold things. Some of these players are going to need their stuff to come back up again.
So I like your challenges here, Tyler. Talking about speeding up the game or doing challenges. I think a player like Jack is one that might be a good fit right now in a game like this. Is Jack's real weapon are his hands, that he can go the opposite side of the field. He can stay inside the baseball, get around it, and serve it the other way. But he hit a bomb earlier in this game. There's always that thought in the back of your mind of like, don't get too big on your swing. So you can start challenging with a kid like Jack, being like, hey, I'd like to see you hit a double to the right center gap in this at bat. Try to drive it over there. And we had a game where Parker Quinton, about 7 or 8 years ago, did that very thing. He said, Coach, I'm going to hit a triple to right center on this next at bat, and went up with that mentality when it was getting a little bit out of hand, and he did just that, Tyler, and just kind of worked on approach situations.
Goes upstairs, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first out of the inning for the Wildcats. It's actually the second strikeout of the game for Salmon. He's not happy about it. It's going to be the first out of the inning. We'll bring up Austin Brown, who's 2 for 2 today, has a couple of walks, has scored 4 times, and has hit 2 bombs, a 2-run homer and a solo home run, both in the same inning. Back in the second. Comes up with runners on first and second. That pitch misses for ball 1.
would you throw Austin here, Tyler? What's your pitch to get him out?
Old men softball throw, Ty.
Just get a lot of loft on it over there.
That one's in there for a strike. Moves count to 1-1.
Got a former Wasatch great, Ryan Chadwick, watching in, Tyler, and said a hanging slider.
Hanging
Good
slider.
hitters can never hit it, right? Because they're expecting it to break, and it doesn't break.
His was pitching at Utah Valley University. Was it C.J. Crone, Ty?
C.J. Crone, yeah, that's who he struck out when he was at Utah, and Ryan struck him out and said, yep, he can't hit it. He's an MLB All-Star, but you throw him the hanging slider, he can't hit it.
Wonder if he's on, like, highlight reels for opposing teams when they're trying to face C.J. Crone. Well, we're back in college, this UVU kid. Got him swinging.
This is how you get C.J. Crone out. Yeah, exactly. The film breakdown.
Swing and a miss. Moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Brown. Two, 1 away. Runners on first and second. Wasatch leading big. 3 touchdowns to a safety. That moves that pitch outside for ball 3. 3-2 the count. Hiss delivers high. That'll be walk number 5 in the inning. And we'll load the bases for Matthews, who comes up on the day 3 for 4. A couple of singles, a double. 3 runs scored. Also reached on an error in his last at bat on a fly ball to left field.
Single in the last bat, didn't he?
Oh, sorry, single. Yeah. Third at bat was reached on the air. Did single through the 3-4 hole to start off the hitting in this inning. Had an RBI and scored. And that pitch is outside for ball 1.
Yeah, I had fun. We were chatting with Ryan Chadwick, who's one of the better baseball players ever come out of Wasatch, right? Tyler, he's a 4-year letterman at UVU. Was on their best team they ever had, that 32-game win streak team. Anyway, just a great player there. And we talked to him about life in the bullpen, as a bullpen pitcher. And he had all kinds of funny stories. But the one in particular, in games like this, Tyler, they do things like, he'd randomly throw out, okay, here's the challenge without looking at the scoreboard right now, Tyler. How many 2s are on the scoreboard? And you'd have to try to guess it.
Figure
right
out.
Here. And so I was just doing that in my mind over here right now. Any guesses before I throw the number,
5
Tyler? So, no, 5 is not right, Tyler. You got both teams put a 2 on the board in the first inning, so you've got 2 there. Wasatch scored 12 in the second, but the scoreboard can only hold 1 number, so it says a 2 up there, not a 12. And then it's 22 runs now for Wasatch on that walk, so 2 more over there. That makes 5. 2 runs for Richfield, 6. And then you have the 2 for the second inning, so 7 2s on the board. Am I doing that math right?
I'm not seeing 7 2s on the board, Ty. I'm seeing 6 2s up there on the board.
You got to look at the 2 above the second.
Oh,
inning
the
as
2
well,
in
right?
second
Yeah,
inning.
So,
I didn't catch that one.
But anyway, the point there is these bullpen guys come up with all kinds of ways to entertain themselves in games that get out of hand like this.
Walk for Matthews, keeps the bases loaded and brings in another run. That's going to be the 8th run of the inning. 6th walk.
I recall in games too, Tyler. I don't know if you remember this, but games like this, sitting in the dugout with the guys, like how you try to stay focused, and guys setting up cups, and then sunflower seeds trying to spit cups from certain distance away, and they're just the little things that you do to try to stay entertained. Oh, Ty.
Pickoff over at third base. Kind of a courtesy pickoff here, Tyler, from Coach McCoy. And I think he's trying to get Brown to steal third here. Father's going to swing out and foul it off.
That's exactly what happened, Tyler. Coach McCoy literally is just waving Austin. He's not putting signs, just saying, come on over, just casually come on over. Let's try to speed this thing along. And I think it's because he wants pitching reps. Tyler running out of time, a little bit over an hour and a half in this one.
Runner's going to go to third base. Catcher's going to throw it down. Brown caught in between. And Coach McCoy, that'll do it. So that'll be it. 8 runs come in on 4 hits, 1 error, 2 are left on base. 22-2 as we go into the bottom of the 4th.
Go Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laps. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the fourth brought to you by UCCU. Love where you bank. This has been a blowout. Wasatch 22, Richfield 2. 8 runs scored in that last inning. 2 in the first, 12 in the second, and then 8 there in the fourth. Wasatch gave up 2 runs in the top of the first, and then since then have been good on the mound. Alex Scott still on the mound, but now mass substitutions across the board. Marcus McCoy behind the dish. Trevin Tatton playing first base. At second base will be Will Winterton. Shortstop, we got Tyson Dahl
out there at shortstop.
Freshman Odin Hendricks. And then we got Easton Colby out in center field. And we'll have to catch the left fielder and right fielder here in a moment. 2-0 the count as Hansen is in the box. Struck out looking in his first at bat. Alex Scott again still on the mound here for the Wasps. 2-0. Misses on the inside. 3-0 now the count. And that one misses as well. Oh, one of those is called a strike. Sorry, Ty. 3-1 now the count. Scott into the windup. Swung on. That one goes off the end of the bat foul towards the Richfield dugout. And that'll fill up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Can you tell who's out in left, Tyler?
No. I cannot. Wait for a number to turn around, right. Tyler.
Left field and right field are the two that can't see. The payoff pitch goes with the off-speed curveball. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Scott. Another Gravity Coalition strikeout. And Wasatch has one away here in the bottom of the fourth.
Wood out there in left field, Tyler.
So Easton Wood out in left. Another junior here for Wasatch. And that'll move us to pinch hitter here. Hitting in the 6th spot will be number 28, Sorensen, junior. Scott will get a strike, moves count to 0-1. That one just below the knees for ball 1. Pretty good pitch there from Scott. 1-1 now the count. Goes back to the curveball, elevated to left field. Easton Wood pushed back, settles underneath it, and will make the play for the second out of the inning. Two batters, 2 outs, and that'll bring us to the freshman catcher Torgensen, who walked in his last at bat. Swing at the first pitch. He's going to push it to center field. Easton Colby will settle underneath it, make the play. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. And I believe the umpires just called it, Tyler. So that's going to do it. We'll take a quick break and be back with our Timberline Ace Hardware post-game show. Wasatch gets the big 22-2 win here at Pineview. We'll be back with the Timberline Ace Hardware post-game show after this.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Timberline Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. Ty, throw it over to you for our post-game recap.
Well, Ty, not enough time to really recap the whole thing over here. So really, let me kind of identify the big inning. Wasatch scores 12 runs in the second inning. They put 2 on the board in the first, took a 2-0 lead. Nice start for Wasatch. But Richfield came right back at you. They punched right back. They hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the first. It was 2-2 heading into the second. And Wasatch put 12 runs on the board, Tyler. 11 hits in the inning. 3 home runs, 2 of which came from Austin Brown. He hit an opposite field home run over the left field fence, and then an absolute nuke towering shot to right field, Tyler. And again, I think it's worth repeating because I just haven't seen anything quite like it before. There's a 20-foot fence you have to clear first just to get it out of the park. Then there's a 40-foot fence beyond that to cover and protect the houses, and he cleared both of them, Tyler, and went into a pine tree beyond that over there. It was phenomenal to watch. Jack Salmon also hit a home run in that inning, a 3-run bomb in that inning, Tyler. In total, Wasatch had 5 singles, 3 doubles, and 3 home runs in that inning alone. Then the Wasps scattered after that 8 more runs before the game mercifully came to a close at 22-2 for Richfield. The starter was Miguel Armendariz. Tyler, he only got to go 2 innings before Wasatch had this well out of hand. They made the switch to Alex Scott, who pitched the last 2 innings and did a nice job for Wasatch. But, Tyler, it's going to be really hard to figure out who our player of the game is because what do you like? Crew Baxter, 4 for 4. 2 doubles, 2 singles. Jack Salmon, 2 for 5. A couple strikeouts, Tyler, but 5 RBIs, a home run, and a double. Austin Brown got on base all 5 times. 2 home runs, 3 walks, scored 4 runs. Honestly, probably could have scored a 5th, Tyler, but Wasatch just got a couple guys picked off at the end to end it. And so where do you go if you're calling an offensive player of the game?
Ty, I'm probably going to go Austin Brown. 2 home runs in the same inning. But maybe we give him the second inning player of the game and then give somebody else a second.
He got on base every time.
He's got to
be your offense, and he hit the ball. One of those balls is probably still going, Tyler, right? I mean, it hit the atmosphere. It's up with the satellites now moving around the planet. It was just phenomenal, Tyler. But if I can, give me a second. I know we're gonna wrap this up here, but how about after the first weekend and after this offensive explosion, here's your batting averages for the team right now. Royal Matthews hitting .615 after the first weekend of play. Crew Baxter all the way up to .583 after his 4 for 4 game here. Braxton Fowler, boy, what a tough day for him. The second game he dropped all the way down to .583, Tyler, after, coming into the game at .625 or whatever he was before that. Max Livingston up to .538, hitting in the 9 hole. He's got 8 RBIs on the year. Eddie Bluth at .462. Austin Brown up to .364 now on the season. Jack Salmon, who came into that game at .182, he's bumped it up, Tyler, after his nice day at the plate, up to .267. And those are just a few of the guys here for Wasatch that have had an offensive explosion. The first game, Tyler, Wasatch scored 0 runs. They only had 3 hits on the game. They now have 47 hits coming out of the last 3 games. Tyler, they only played 4 innings here. They played 6 innings in game number 2, and then 7 innings in the last one, Tyler. 6. They went 6 innings. So doing a little math here, in 16 innings, they have 44 hits over the last 3 games. It's an offensive explosion for this team. It's a fun end to this tournament.
Last summary brought to you by Heber Appliance. When your appliance is down to its final out, turn your drop the ball into a touch 'em all at Heber Appliance Furniture and Mattress. That's going to do it for our broadcast weekend. Wasatch 3-1 after dropping the first in walk-off fashion. They bounce back and wake up the bats and get 3 dominant wins, 2 by way of the 10-run rule, and are looking to be back on track. Take the week off on the baseball side of things. We'll be back on the air Tuesday for some lacrosse action, who is also 1-0 on the season. Ty, final thoughts before we send it back to some great music.
I think if you're looking for offense, come watch this team this year. This team can really swing it, Tyler. Got a lot of next-level athletes on this Wasatch team, and it's been a lot of fun to watch.
That'll do it. Thank you for listening to 92.9 The Peak.